Video games are going to be completely 100% digital by the year 2022. No more physical release games, all digital, all in. What kind of crazy world are we going to be living in? This is madness, guys. But according to investment bank and asset management firm Piper Jaffray, that's exactly the crazy world we're going to be living in just 4 years away. So that's what I want to talk about today. These guys are looking at some trends and some numbers, and I want to dig into that a little bit, give my thoughts and opinions on it, and why I don't think this is going to happen as soon as they say, but I still am kind of worried that it's going to happen sooner than I hope. So for sure, there's going to be a time in this world where we go 100% digital. I think a lot of these trends and numbers definitely point to that. But these guys are believing this for numerous reasons. And it does make sense. If you go digital, just completely digital, and a lot of companies are releasing digital only already, you know, that increases profits for everybody, for publishers, for everyone involved. You know, the decrease in distribution and manufacturing costs, that is a huge plus for these guys. It lines their pockets more. Most of these companies are selling digital and physical for the same price regardless, so it makes sense on a business standpoint. They want to make more money. Now, I feel, you know, 4 years, that's a little too soon. The Nintendo Switch has just barely came out a little over a year ago, and I definitely think it's going to be going strong through 4 more years, and, you know, longer than that. And are we to believe that the Nintendo Switch isn't going to have physical releases anymore? I don't think a successor to the Switch is going to be out by then, but definitely for the PS4 and the Xbox, we already know that for sure there's going to be successors to those systems. And the rumors have stated that there still will be physical media drives for those consoles. So why are they believing in 4 years we're going 100% digital? The trends definitely point to that, but I think there's something with these trends that people aren't really looking at. So when you jump into it and you look at these numbers, there's some statistics that they are looking at. And I have them pulled up from Statista, I believe is what they're called, Statista. And they show physical versus digital sales over, you know, numerous years. So going back 2009, physical, 80%. That's what we were at. 80% of video game sales were physical. Only 20% were digital. Up to last year, 2017, physical was only 21%, digital 79%. So in that span of 8 years, it pretty much flipped. Now, there's something they're really not telling you with this, because once we dig into some other numbers, specifically a little poll that Nielsen's did, they did a US Games 360 report, and I believe this report just came out a little, you know, around a month ago. And what they do is they poll people. That's one of the things they do. They, you know, statistics and polls, and sometimes, you know, numbers aren't going to be 100% accurate, but these numbers kind of make sense to me. From their polls, the Nielsen polls, they had gathered that 66% of console players, that would be Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, you know, generation before that, so on and so forth, console games, dedicated gaming machines. 66% of console players prefer to purchase physical games over digital. And there's going to be numerous reasons for that, but I feel like these numbers kind of tie into each other and kind of mean something that they're not really talking about in a lot of these reports, or, you know, predictions anyway. But a big reason a lot of gamers, console gamers specifically, prefer physical is because, like me, I like to have a physical product. I like to be able to know, you know what, there's some kind of retained value here. Either I can let somebody borrow it, I could share the game. If I hate the game a year from now, a month from now, a week from now, I can trade it, I can sell it, I can, you know, do whatever I want with it. I could throw it in the garbage, I could, numerous things, but there's still a monetary retained value for that physical object. You can get something for it. You could trade something for it. It's just, there's something physically there that you can do something with, whereas digital, you can't. You're kind of tied. Now, both digital and physical, if you really dig into everything, these companies are just licensing you to use their software. But I still feel nicer knowing that I can do something with that physical product, that game, where I can't do much with a digital game. You know, a lot of companies, Steam and whatnot, do have, you know, certain periods of time where you can get a refund and whatnot. But once you're past that, nothing you can do. You're stuck with it or not. but you're not going to get anything in return for it. But I think besides owning the physical product, there's another bigger reason a lot of console players prefer physical over digital. And that's going to be digital. Obviously, you have to download. You have to download that complete game. It's not like you're borrowing a disc and installing it and returning the disc. No, you have to download this game. So a lot of people, not just in the US, but across the world, in different cities, states, counties within the US and everywhere else, we don't all have an even, internet service, download speed or data cap. A lot of people are stuck with certain data caps where they can't dedicate that to gaming. They can't dedicate that to downloading a game or two every month. You're using your data for other numerous things, your streaming services, online gaming. If you're connected to Wi-Fi on your phone, watching YouTube, all of it adds up over time. So a lot of people, they use up their data and, they can't necessarily dedicate that to console gaming. And the other part of it would be that people's download speeds just aren't as good as they would hope. And now they got to wait forever to download a game versus just going to the store, buying a game, popping it in and playing. But hey, I'm not trying to kid nobody here. We know that's not the way it works anymore. It's not 1992. You buy a game, pop it into your system. You got day one updates, installing it. So you're not gaming within a second or even within a minute, typically. Not all games are like that, but a vast majority of them definitely are. You got to install and download stuff. So it's not like back then. You're not gaming instantly. You got a little period of time to wait before you can jump into it. But if you have to download the full game, that's even longer you have to wait. People don't have the patience. I don't have the patience. I buy a game, I want to play that thing right away. So I believe that's another piece of it why console gamers specifically prefer physical. Why do I keep saying console gamers? Well, because all these numbers that they're looking at, they're all encompassing. They include gaming for all platforms, all distributions, every which way that you can play a game. PC, phones, all that, I'm pretty sure it includes phones as well, but I know it does include PCs. So PCs and console systems, almost everybody's got a PC, and it's a lot easier and cheaper to game on a PC or to have a PC that is capable of gaming than it was 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, a year ago. It constantly is getting cheaper, easier, more cost effective to play on your PC than it used to be, and versus buying a console machine. A lot of people are still, console gamers, myself included, but I do have to recognize a lot of times, games are cheaper on Steam versus their counterparts on other systems. So a lot of people prefer PC gaming, and PC gaming has boomed in recent times. A lot of people are gaming on PCs. I don't have specific numbers of PC gaming versus console gaming, but I'm damn sure there are tons of PC gamers out there to where these numbers are going to be skewed heavily towards PC gamers. So when you look at these numbers, 66% console players prefer physical. But then in the year 2017, only 21% of games were sold physically. 79% were digital. I think that number skews heavily towards PC gaming. I think that last 21%, those console gamers hanging on to buying their physical releases. For sure, there's a lot of console gamers that are digital only. I know plenty of them. I dabble in, digital only stuff occasionally. I prefer physical, but I recognize a lot of times, hey, I'm gonna have to get digital because there is no 100% for sure this game is coming out in a physical format. Sonic Mania, for example, numerous other games. Hey, eventually they do, sometimes they don't. So if you want to play the game when it comes out, you're just gonna have to buckle up and buy it digital, if that's the only way it's being sold at that time with no guarantee of a physical release. So those are some of the issues and concerns I see with that. Definitely believe the numbers skew heavily towards PC gamers because PC gaming is booming. I'm sure PC gaming outnumbers console gaming when you look at it as far as worldwide. I don't know for sure, US or other territories what the numbers actually are, but I'm pretty darn confident PC gaming outnumbers console gaming when you look at a worldwide number. So I definitely think these numbers don't really, draw that conclusion to digital only in 4 years. PC gaming, for sure, 100% digital. It's pretty much already there. I mean, do you see PC games being sold physical in stores anymore? Very rarely. The releases are very far and, few in between when they are released physically. I really don't see it as much anymore. Going to Best Buy, I don't see PC games. I see console games. I don't see PC games anywhere. And if they do have any, it's just a small handful of stuff that's been out for years that they just never sold, and it's just sitting there. Diablo 3's sitting there. StarCraft 2's sitting there. A World of Warcraft battle chest is sitting there. And that's about it. Most PC games are being released through Steam that people are buying anyway. So for sure, within those 4 years, PC gaming, 100% digital. I believe that. Console gaming, I don't think we're there yet. I think we still have some time. I know sometime in the future, maybe 10 years from now, I can't necessarily predict, but I don't think it's 4 years. I don't think it's 5 years. 10 years or more, I think we will be at that point. I think within the next couple console generations. So after 10 years or so, I think we'll be there, but I don't think we're ready for that yet. Not until everybody's got decent internet service, data caps are eliminated, that kind of thing. Because then it's just going to be even more of a luxury, Some people, they can only buy a game, once every few months or once a year, a couple times, whatever it is. And if you're stuck with, okay, well, I got to pay more, for my internet service to get better internet or faster download speeds or get a higher data cap, whatever it is, now essentially you're paying more for your games if that's what you have to do. So I'm really curious what you guys think. Is it going to be 4 years? Is it sooner than we think? I know these numbers can be a little worrisome, but I feel they skew towards the PC market more so than the console market, and people just aren't really bringing that up. Is it going to be that quick? Is it going to be later on where, hey, 5 years, 10 years from now, the only physical release games are going to be through limited run games? Your new Mario Odyssey 6 is, going to be digital only, and, limited run games, they're going to produce 5,000 of them, who knows? I mean, it's just crazy to think of these things. I really don't want to embrace digital, but I know there will be a point in time that I'm going to have to. So, hey, I guess I got to get prepared now. So mentally, I'm going to be thinking about it and getting ready for that day to come. Hopefully not soon. Let me know what you think. Smash that like button, subscribe, do all that cool stuff. Really do appreciate it, guys. And with that said, I will catch y'all next time. Peace out. Bye-bye. Boom.